In this session of Squad School, we're going to talk about craft supplies. Now, each location has a storage area where their supplies are kept through the year. If you're unsure of where that location is, just reach out to your squad leader or your location specialist and they'll be able to show you where those supplies are. You should take a look at what supplies are on hand and are available for you to use to make sure that we are not repurchasing things that we already have, or that we are taking a look at some of the staples that other groups have that might be available to share, like hot glue guns or scissors or Sharpies. We don't need to have a stash for every group for all of those things. We can share those across groups. You will want to be mindful to ask permission if there are things in there that don't belong to your group and maybe belong to a different group, to just make sure that it's okay for you to use them before you do so. Or maybe you see some leftover craft supplies in there from another group. It's absolutely okay. We encourage you to ask their permission to use those as well, because they likely won't need them soon, and that's a really great way to be mindful of our budgets and also our storage. It is the responsibility of our leaders in our groups to keep the storage area tidy and organized. If things are getting out of control, we may request for you to take time to go in there for a day and clean it up. We want to be mindful to only use the space that's been assigned to us. We generally have very specific space, so we want to be mindful of that. And we just want to be mindful of the fact that not only are we sharing those that storage area with other Moms Nation groups, but those spaces are often used by multiple ministries, and we want to just make sure that we keep our shelves nice and tidy and our things where they belong, so that other ministries are able to access their storage and shelves and aren't having to move our things off of their shelves or off of the floor out of the way for them to get to their shelves. At the end of the ministry year, we do ask you to go through and clean out any unused supplies to make sure that we are keeping that storage space available for the next year. If there are supplies that you know that you're going to reuse the next year, it is absolutely fine to keep them and neatly organize them in your storage area. But if there's random supplies that you don't plan on using and don't have an intended purpose for, we encourage you to just go ahead and clean those out. You can put them out on a free table if your group does a free table. You can host a closet clean out party where you just have like a mom's night out and invite people in your group to show up, and you just take out all those random supplies and you can make whatever crafts you have with whatever's left. And that can be kind of fun for somebody who maybe missed a meeting. They can come and they can make the craft that they missed, or maybe they have a friend that they want to invite and we did a craft that they really liked and they want to come and make an extra and go give it to a gift, like, hey, I made this in my mom's group. You should come check it out. You can make them and use them for service projects and donate them. You can just take the unused supplies and donate those to a school or a thrift store, whatever you want to do. But if you don't intend to use those supplies, let's get them cleaned out. You can also offer them to other groups in your location or at other locations. Maybe you don't have enough to do another craft or project with what you have on hand, but maybe there's enough there for another smaller group to be able to use those for a craft for their group. So offering those to other groups and just saying, hey, we have this left. Does anybody want it? And then gifting it is also absolutely welcome and encouraged. We do just ask that whatever you do, though, that you do make sure that you are cleaning out those supply areas at the end of the year, and that you don't leave those supplies and those storage areas in a mess or disorganized or in a state where they need to be cleaned out again by your next leadership team.